Hey guys, it's Courtney
and Lex,
and you're listening to another episode of The Pleasure Is All Yours.
We are here promoting sexual liberation of the Black and queer communities.
Yes, we want to laugh, learn, and just really discuss all the ways that the pleasure is
all yours.
It's all yours, baby.
Okay. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey.
We are back again this week with another cute little epi, post brunch and 2 carafes of white sangria.
2 very deep carafes.
Very deep, very tall carafes of white sangria. So honestly, buckle up because what's really going on, we don't really know.
It's going to be one of those episodes for sure.
It's going to be one of those.
Yeah. And I mean, they happen like once in a blue moon. So honestly, I think y'all should relish in it and appreciate it. This is the true us.
Just know that the sangria is talking.
Let me tell you something. Can I say something right now?
Please say everything.
I'm in the mood to go to Sue Ellen's because I had just
so maybe an afternoon drink after this.
Oh my god, I think we should.
Okay, hell fucking yeah. Because you know what? Entry fee $0. Okay, so we just decided we're gonna go have another drink. Tequila and pineapple is what it sounded like.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
Yeah, okay.
I love it because we were just talking about at brunch how like we just kind of been not antisocial, but it's been hard for us
it's nighttime social that we are not really like for right
for
now.
Sure. Because I think I could go to Sue Ellen's at 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely.
That sounds good. They usually have a good DJ. Like all day.
During the day. Yeah. I remember that one time we went in the summer and it was like a Sunday afternoon and we went and they were doing karaoke and we were sitting upstairs and like the sun was just pouring in
and we literally
at the
were
right
like,
time.
And we were like, why don't we get drunk in the early afternoon more often?
Yes, we have so much more time to be drunk before things have to like you have to go home and then I can take a shower.
And then I have time to take a nap before I sit and binge watch like the worst kind of TV.
Yeah. Or you like try to convince your partner to like have sex. Like, no, and when I say convince, I mean convince.
Hey, I want to let you know that like okay, so it's great having a long-time sexual partner because like they know you and they can always give you like those top tier orgasms
for sure,
which I love. But I will say the downside to it is like whenever like I have to switch up, like lately I realized I need to switch up my seducing tactics.
Yeah.
Because I'll like say things or I'll do things or like I'll make, not even like I'm doing it on purpose, but I know like there are certain reactions that I have that will kind of get my partner really excited.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because I have to tell myself now, like, because I'll start doing them unconsciously and she'll be like, I know what you're doing. And I'm like, oh, what am I
Tell me
doing?
one of them.
So, like, she always says, like, you know, and obviously I hope our viewers have either listened to the Girl Code episode or have been listening not long enough to know that I'm so obsessed with Red. It's, like, actually insane.
Okay.
But this is obviously who I'm talking about currently.
And, yeah, Red is their name.
Yes, that's what we call them here on The Pleasure's All Yours.
Because we could be getting new followers every week. I hope that we're getting new followers every week.
And also, I know, like, I just don't want her business all out there just because I want to tell all my business out there with the podcast. But there's one thing that I do where, like, she really likes, like, my feet and she likes, like, the sounds I make as well. And so sometimes, like, when she's, like, in my ear, you know, I got that sensitive ear, neck area going on.
Right.
So, like, she'll just start talking to me in my ear and, like, breath and, like, mouth on my ear and neck is, like, the surefire way to get you fucked, like, immediately. Like, if you're really trying to get me there immediately, that's the way to do it.
Okay.
And so she'll do that. And then it's, like, she says that it's a way I grab her. It's a tone of voice that I get also. And then it's, like, I'll let out like these. She describes them as breathy, girly moans.
Okay,
that's how she describes them.
Breathy, girly.
Yes, so like
BGM.
Yes, exactly. So she'll like do something that will give me one of those BGMs, you know, and then she'll be like, "Stop trying to seduce me," and I'm like, "I'm not trying to, but I could." But she knows so many of like the things that
like the tactics.
Yeah, and like sometimes I'm not even doing them on purpose. It's kind of like on accident or like just subconsciously. And so she'll be like, stop doing that. I'm like, doing what? And she's like, don't talk to me in that voice. And I'm like,
you know you're doing.
I'm like, what do you mean? And then at that moment, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So,
you know, I wish I could relate. I can. It's just instead, I was told not to call them my boo anymore. So I will call them my bae.
Okay, yeah.
That'll cause an argument, but it's okay.
I will say though, like, I don't know, I feel like boo is like a universal term, but also I feel like, like when you talk to people and you're like, oh, this is my boo, they just assume that that's someone you're pursuing in some kind of way.
Yeah,
so,
and like I don't like the word, like I don't like the term like boy, like, oh, that's my boyfriend. Like it's just a lot. Like I don't know.
If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go.
Exactly. Are you 14-year-old Justin Bieber? Because I don't think so. No.
Believe in them, please.
No. Yeah. Anyway, I definitely, I get that. For me, it's more like we'll go out on a date and they'll plan like a really romantic date and they'll give me like some really nice flowers and they'll like touch me in a certain way and they'll talk to me a certain way. And I'm like, oh, like Red, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know you're getting me pumped up. You're getting this clitoris pulsating in my panties, engorged in my fucking panties. And then you want to say, oh, baby, I'm so tired. I got to go to sleep after our beautiful date where I treated you every way you wanted to be treated. And I talked to you all the ways you wanted to be talked to. Yeah. And in the car, I was touching on your thigh. But now I'm so sleepy. Fuck you.
Yeah. Hey, I was telling you at brunch, it's literally what happened to me last night. And like, Red is a very sleepy person in general.
Yeah.
And I've accepted that about
yes, them. Which you have to learn to accept that about your partner. And so they do not sleep at the same times as you.
And like sometimes she's up really early or sometimes she's up really late and then still up really early. But this particular night, like she just like we smoked a little also, and like me and Courtney are smokers, okay? My partner, Red, is not really a smoker. Like, she does like edibles. She does like to get a little jazz, just like a tiny bit.
Like, you don't know. She doesn't like to get high. She likes to get jazz. That's
she likes to get a little jazz where she's feeling like a little saxophone interlude. You
know?
That's what I feel like she likes. But like when she's tired and she gets a little jazz, she gets more tired.
Okay.
So last night when we were kind of like in bed and we were making out and stuff and she like, you know, both of us were finally off our periods. I took my claws off because some of them were lifting. Mm-hmm. So I just popped them all off. If you don't know how to take your acrylic nails off with a dental floss pick, please DM us and I will send you a video tutorial because it's so easy and so like painless. It's like I literally popped all 10 of my nails off last night just laying in bed while also setting up her Apple Pencil. But either way, like we were just kind of making out and like rubbing and touching on each other. And let me tell you something. If you've never had a wet pussy on your thigh, I want to let you know you should immediately right now think of the wettest pussy you know. Put it on your thigh. Up and put it on your thigh.
No, that does sound amazing.
Yeah. So, like, you know, we were, like, fooling around, doing all of our, like, usual foreplay things, and I'm, like, really worked up. Like, I'm, like, wow, can't wait for mouth to be on my pussy. Can't wait for fingers to be inside me. Yeah. Like, preparing myself for the very wet orgasm I'm going to have. And then this bitch is like, babe, I'm so tired.
So sleepy.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make you feel bad about being tired. I'm not. Like, because, again, if you're tired, I would be more upset if I got some half-assed orgasm.
Yeah.
Because you were tired.
Or you fell asleep.
Or you fell asleep mid.
Yeah, mid.
Oh,
which, have you ever done that before?
I haven't, no.
I have.
But let me tell you something. I would be so mad.
Would you? It's just like I'm so comfortable right now. I feel so safe and catered to. Yeah. Why wouldn't I fall asleep?
It's not even like I'm mad. That's the crazy part is that like if you were to fall asleep, it's not even that I would be mad. I would make sure you were nice and bundled up. I would cuddle you still. We would still do our usual like nighttime routines. But how do you get my pussy like throbbing, dripping, and then you're like, teehee, I'm actually going to sleep. I'm about to cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. I had to make myself go to sleep. I was just very happy that I was high enough to like force myself to go to sleep, because if she wasn't laying on top of me, like basically her whole body on top of me, I would have busted a nut while she was sleeping. Like, I'm not even joking. And that would have ruined the nut I know I'm a bust tonight, because she's already made certain promises to me, and I will.
And this is tonight as in active tonight.
As in active tonight. As in it is Saturday in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And maybe about 6 or 7 tonight, I will be getting my shit wrecked and ate up like a little fucking strawberry
like cantaloupe.
Okay, yeah, interesting choice.
Yeah, I don't like cantaloupes though.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
it was the only fruit I could think of.
Wow, what about a like pineapple?
Okay, I fuck with pineapple. Oh, I really fuck with pineapple.
I'll give you a little something.
You know, we are in North Texas area, so if you're not, I don't know if y'all are having like the same winter storms that we're supposed to be getting the next few days, but like it is like prime fuck my nigga, fuck my bitch, and then cuddle weather. Like that's all I plan to do this weekend. I hope that's all you plan to do this weekend.
I'm gonna go see my niece prior to the fucking.
Okay,
but I will be. Yeah, that is definitely, especially because we both just got off our periods. Like.
Yeah, I know that's a lot. Same. I'm on my period right fucking now. But you know, my boo just finished and I'm ready. You know, last night was a good night.
I love it.
Yesterday was a good day. Let me tell you something. I'm not afraid of. I'm being so loud.
Hey, you know what?
I be forgetting we're not the only podcast
Courtney,
in here.
I want to let you know I'm encouraging you.
Okay. I forget how good period sex is because it's like you're on your period, so you're like, oh, you know, we have to, let's like play it cool. No.
Yeah.
Don't play it cool because my orgasms are strongest. And it's already wet by itself. So like you need like minimal lube and like a little bit of like foreplay. And it's like, I've got the blood. I've got the wet coochie already.
The swollenness.
I could feel my labia kissing the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It took that long for me to calm down.
I
love period sex.
This is the first partner I've been with where I've been like, yeah, like I need you to put you, just whatever you can fit inside me, do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can like fuck with. Put a towel down and let's fucking get to work.
Yeah. What's so funny, speaking of towel, and again, thanks to the sangria, this episode is going to be so freeform. Even though we actually do have like a specific topic in mind. But anyway, there's the other night when we were fucking, it's so funny because like, you know, they've been in Nigeria for 2 weeks. They had been in Nigeria for 2 weeks. And so I was like, oh my God, I literally was like dying. Like the little how Patrick was in the SpongeBob movie when they dried up right before the Goofy Goober moment.
Okay. Yeah.
That was me. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm under this heat lamp. I'm dried up, you know? And so the first night that we actually had sex when she got back, I was like in the process, I knew that it was just going to be like gushing, crazy, like just need multiple towels down for it. So I think it was so funny because we didn't grab a towel. But she did get the blanket that we use because it's like this big, really big, fluffy blanket. And so she just got the bottom of the blanket and shoved it underneath me while she was fingering me. So I thought this was like great multitasking. Also, I was very impressed. So like she's fingering me. I'm about to come and she's like stuffing the blanket underneath me so I don't get the sheets wet because I just washed the sheets the day before she got back. And did that help? No. Did we still end up sleeping in a cold, wet spot?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, what's more important? Like this is what we want to happen.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't happen and you still come, I don't know. I feel like we're okay with that.
Yeah. Honestly, apples to apples, you know?
Truly.
But you know, if this is your first time listening to us, we do like to start the episode off with a pleasure moment.
Bitch, I don't forgot about that.
From our previous week. I'm trying to remember my week.
It's hard.
What my week was like.
It's hard.
And where my pleasure was.
I'm a smoker, so it's just really hard for me to like remember things past like a certain hour mark.
Absolutely.
I will say that my pleasure moment this week was beating my court case.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Allegations not going through.
I'm so sorry. Cause how many convictions?
Zero.
Thank you very much.
Prison and jail are not the same.
And and with that, that is what it is, baby. I beat my fucking case. So we good. My insurance won't hear about my whereabouts or my do-abouts.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Everybody in the courthouse was black, which is fabulous. The
Black
security guard.
Courtroom.
Black lady courtroom. And that's exactly what it was, bitch. When I walked in, I said, like, black security officers, black clerks, black judge, black bailiff. I said, oh, let me come to Dallas Municipal Court more often. Okay? That was genuinely my pleasure moment because, like, I was kind of fretting about it all week, like, making sure I had all my documents and everything. Girl, my court date was at 9 a.m. on Friday. I showed up at 8:57 a.m. I was out of that courthouse by 9:11 a.m. at the exact same parking space that we park in right here for the podcast. Absolutely. Bitch, I was so happy.
And you know, like, Courtney, you're so cute and you're so sexy. So, like, if you were in my little, like, what is it? Like the little table.
The little courtroom?
Yeah, if you were in my courtroom, I'd be like, this person is obviously, like, innocent as hell.
Obviously.
Like, look at those eyes.
Come on.
Please, stop playing with me.
We have to get her back out on the street.
Everything mistrial. That's what I'm doing.
And it was. Thank you. You should have been my judge.
Honestly, I feel like they should just let me hang out in a courtroom for a little while.
And they should. It was cool. Honestly, when I went, there wasn't a whole lot of people in there. And I was thinking to myself, like, if I didn't have plans, I might stick around, like, see what these other niggas are talking about.
Oh, yeah, because you can sit in the courtroom.
Yeah, you literally sit in the courtroom. You listen to everything. Like, you just listen to everything that people have going on. So, it's awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I've been sitting here trying to think of what my pleasure moment was for this past week. And I can't come up with anything specific. And since we're still technically in the week, wait, hold on. Because, you know, me and Red do a lot of hanging out. Like, we just be hanging out and doing nothing. So, you know what? Actually, I really enjoy running errands with her. Okay. And so we went and ran a bunch of errands at Target. And there are certain moments where, like, either me or her will be, like, overflowing with affection. So we're, like, overly affectionate. Either way, if it's me or if it's her, it's usually pretty enjoyable. So, like, I just remember us being in Target and, like, her grabbing my hand and, like, putting it, like, we're, like, holding hands and she'll, like, grab my hand to put around her. And so then I'm walking with my arm around her and she's holding my hand and we're just kind of walking around. And then in the midst of us walking around Target and, like, just perusing, she'll, like, start kissing on me and stuff. And so we'll be, like, in the self-checkout line and what you imagine when you think of two black gay bitches
in Target,
that's what we were doing. Like, smelling candles, being like, oh, we should decorate like this, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
So, super, super sweet. So I think that would be, like, one of my pleasure moments. And then probably brunch, because we're still in the week. Yeah. And you know I love yolk. And you do. You know I love a banana bread French toast from Yolk. You do. If you've never been to Yolk in Dallas, I need you to do me a favor and plan your next brunch there. You can't make a reservation because they know they're going to fill them tables. Because when we got there, it was busy as fuck.
Also, just know the one in downtown Dallas does not serve a lot of alcohol. So don't go there trying to get fucked up. Because I was disappointed.
Yeah, because we had like 3 carafes of mimosas. And I was only, like, a little tipsy. And we had 2 carafes of white sangria. And, like, me and Courtney left, like,
bitch, are you okay? Like,
I'm a little worried about recording today.
Like, I have an extra little glass here that's just sitting because I'm like, let's relax a little bit. Because if I have that rest of that glass, it's going to be done.
Yeah. But I would probably say that those 2 are probably my most prominent pleasure moments. Yeah. And, you know, of course, like, outside of our pleasure moment, we do like to have a pleasure principle, which is basically like our meat and potatoes of the episode. And I was telling Courtney, like, you know, it still is January. We still are reviewing the year of 2023. Yeah. I know a lot of us are still, like, kind of like, oh, what was my 2023? What do I want my 2024 to look like? Because it's only the 13th, babe.
Yeah, it's only the 13th.
It's only the 13th,
Is
babe.
it the 13th? Hold on.
It's only the 13th.
It is the 13th. Wow.
It's the 13th. Yeah. So, like we were just talking about like what we want for the year and things like that. And so we were also talking about what our most favorite and most horrific like moments were of 2024, sexual / non-sexual.
2023.
2020. Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So is this limited to 2023?
It's just 2023.
Hold
it doesn't
because I don't think I have answers.
Okay, wait. Okay, so we can change the parameters for you, Court.
Let's change it.
Anything before 2024.
Okay.
Most horrific, most favorite, like favorite sexual moments, like least favorite ones, or even like things that you have on your list for 2024 that you also want to get done this year.
Okay, fuck it.
Whether like with your partner now or like
in general.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I fuck with it. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. So for 2024, what happened in 2024? I'm trying to think.
2023.
Oh my god.
2024 just started.
I'm sorry.
Then this is what happens when you tell bitches that time isn't real. Like Lex has been saying on every single episode since real. January of 2024.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, is I don't want to be talking to someone and be like 2023 and then like actually we're in 2024. And then they'd be like, bitch, where are you? And I'm like, I'm not here.
You're not here. I mean, well, that's clear. Like
genuinely, I'm not.
It's very clear that you're not here.
Yeah. But I think maybe last year, I can't think of like a crazy, like terrible one that I had. But I had like at the beginning of the year, I was preparing to move out of my previous apartment, which, RIP to Lex's old apartment because it was very much a fairy flower girl wonderland.
It was very Lex.
It was perfect, and there was naked black women everywhere on the walls in art form. I am about that shit. So, but I will say, maybe how I was like eyeing my neighbor.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yes.
Like, so my neighbor in my old apartment, very hot. He's short, but that's fine because that man is sexy as fuck. Like, he's so fucking sexy. And like,
can you tell me what he looked like? Because I don't remember.
So he's kind of short. He has long dreads.
Okay, long dreads.
He dresses really well.
Yeah.
Like, he always has really nice shoes on, really crisp like pants. Even when you see him in his like chill lax wear, he still kind of looks like he's going somewhere.
Okay.
So I like a man who looks a little put
together. Very
yeah. Clean. He always had like his face shaven, his head, like his hair was always like together.
And I know you mean that shit because you do not like niggas like that.
I don't even like boys, okay? I don't even like them. So when I see the ones that I like, there's nothing you can do to stop me from having them. Right. And that basically was what happened. So my neighbor, this very hot black man, he also was my dealer because obviously he lived next door one day and then he lived like a floor, maybe 2 floors up from me the following year. And so like we would talk, we would chit chat. Every time he'd see me on the property, he'd be like, oh, he looks so nice. Like he just like converse with me or whatever. And so when I found out I wasn't renewing my lease at this apartment, I was like, oh, so every hot person in this complex, I need to put it on my list to fuck them before
naturally.
I leave. Because why? What else am I gonna do when I put my move out notice in? So he was like definitely mostly the only person on my list. Everyone else was kind of weird. His brother was kind of hot, but you have to talk to me a certain way. Like as a man, you have to talk to me a certain way.
Definitely
for me to even be like, oh yeah, maybe I can think about even letting you smell my pussy, But that just wasn't happening. And like the way his brother was talking to me, I was like, whatever. You sound like every other nigga that be talking to me on the fucking street, and I don't like that. But his brother, like, my neighbor, he was like super, super cool. So once I put my plan into motion, there was nothing stopping me. So we like saw each other in the hallway a couple times, and I think like maybe last week of 2022, I was like, hey, we should hang out soon. Like we should just kind of hang out, see what's going on, because I knew my lease was up in February. So I was like, oh yeah, we should just hang out, see what's going on. And so obviously he was like, hell yeah, please come over.
Right, immediately.
I will drink and smoke you out. Like, yeah. 100%. And so one night I go over there and we were just like chatting or whatever. And you know how I feel about cheating. I'm not a huge fan of a cheater. Because like just say words or just leave, you know? Like, two different things. But, and I don't mean this in like a bad way, but like, if it's a white woman, I don't really care.
I understand completely. That's all I will say.
So, you know, he was like confiding in me and like all these things that's been going on with like his white companion.
His white companion is crazy.
And I was like, oh my God, that's just so insane. Let me just throw some pussy at you. So like we literally had a couple shots. We watched a little bit of TV. We smoked a couple blunts and like fucked like crazy. And I like knew that he would have a nice dick, but I didn't.
Because he was short. Short niggas have good dick.
The short niggas always slanging.
Yeah.
Listen,
short and skinny.
Listen to me when I tell you, them skinny niggas who are like super, super nice, and you're like, you can't, when you see a like skinny person and you're like, oh, especially a man, you're like, oh, they can never do anything sexual. Like, I can't even imagine them having sex. The ones that you feel that way about are usually the ones that are slinging dick. So that's essentially what this guy was doing. And like, I put it in my plan and I fucked this shit up.
You made it happen.
Absolutely.
That's something I've always loved about you is like you see something, you want it, and you got it. Like it's very much that. Like,
yeah.
I think my brain like processes too much for me to just be like, why wouldn't I go up to my drug dealer neighbor and
he's sexy.
Yeah, like, and just like fuck his shit up.
Yeah.
Literally, why not?
Here's the thing though, Courtney, is what I know, especially because like it works for me this way as well. I think you are so sexy.
Oh, thanks.
Like, what? And so whenever you say these things, I'm like, are your eyes not working?
It's not that I don't think I could. It's just more like my brain overthinks. It's like, okay, well, what about this? What about this? What about that? Yeah. Why would we do that? What if we, like...
For the plot, Courtney.
For the plot. And, Lex, like... 2024 through when do we turn 30? Like 20.
We got 3 more
26.
Years. Yes.
2026. 2024 to 2026 is very much plot. Like for the plot. Because why not? Like why not?
I do really love to hear this because, you know, I feel like a lot of crazy things can happen when you use the for the plot. Do it for the plot. Okay. When you think about something and you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't do this because it's a little crazy. It's out of my character. Do it for the plot.
Do it for the plot. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That dominatrix party I got invited to.
Do it for the fucking plot.
I'm doing it for the plot.
I mean, I don't want you to just do it for the plot. But did you also see that they had a Dom sub mixer coming up? Because
I didn't.
I saw that on their Facebook.
Wait, pause. You remember that party we went to at the Red Room?
Yes.
Okay. And like Dom sub dynamic going on?
Yes.
Okay.
We only went to a few, so I should know. Yeah.
That's what I thought as soon as you said that. Like, anytime you're like, oh, let's go to a Dom sub thing, I'm like, okay, well, obviously I can't go by myself. And obviously Courtney has to come with me.
But wait, this thing is a Dom and sub mixer. So, like, it's for, like, a bunch of Doms to meet, like, particular subs.
Okay.
And then hopefully, like, they'll come up with a relationship, like some kind of relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what this is in this particular. But I know the one that you're going to is just for Doms.
It's just Dom women.
And I'm so excited to hear about all of that. And I want to say it's the same weekend as like another mix. Like we have like a kind of a social weekend.
Yeah, it's the 31st, and I know on the 27th we have another.
Yeah, we have another thing
going on. So.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But like this particular thing, I can't remember what day it is, but it's like basically a speed dating event for like Doms and subs.
Ooh, yeah.
For the plot.
Here's the thing, though. I can't go for the plot if there are mostly Caucasians there.
You know the person that you're rocking with, so person, it's like
and like
what do you think? Do you think that they're more of like a?
I don't think that they would go to like how we go to the dungeons for funsies and things like that. I don't think that would be Red's jam at all in any way. I think like as an idea and as like hearing it from me, that's probably something that they would enjoy, is just like hearing from me what it was like. But as in like taking them to a space like that, I don't think they would like that.
I agree.
And I would not like, I wouldn't even like, I have never even proposed that as like something we should do for the afternoon.
For the afternoon.
Because for you and me, I just feel like it's like, hey Corey, let's go hang out at the dungeon tonight.
Yeah,
it's like,
it would be a very afternoon.
Courtney would be like, hell yeah, let's go do that. You know, especially if it's like on First Friday or something like that, where it's like less than $50 to get in. But I don't think that's something that Red would enjoy.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like I mean, not about Red. Red seems like a great sub for you. Like it's like a very personal relationship. You know what I'm saying?
She's a little bratty princess. Yeah. I like that about her.
Yeah. It's not as much of a like, let's go take this out into the world. And I understand that, respect that. I think I like just being around like the underbelly. Yeah. You know, like I want to participate. I really want to participate. And like maybe if I talk to, you know, my partner about how much I want to participate, like, you know, I could figure that out. Yeah. But I just love the idea of like just being around a bunch of doms and a bunch of subs and like seeing what happens.
Yeah, it's just because you're such a cute little subby bitch.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
why. Little bratty subby bitch, and we love that about you.
I really am, you know. I just really I like giving you a hard time, but I want you to know that like at the end of the day, I'm gonna cave.
Gonna give you a hard time. Only to give you a hard time to see how worse the punishment can get.
Truly.
Because the reward is going to be worth it.
Truly.
Yeah. And you know, that's what we love about bratty subs. Truly. Yeah. So I was also thinking about like my most horrific or like 2 thumbs down. Not even horrific. I feel like horrific is a bad choice of word. But like my 2 thumbs down prior to 2024.
Okay.
And I think you'll know which one I'm talking about because I used to OnlyFans. You know, I was very much into my sex worker bag for a little bit there.
Very successful.
Yes, it was doing great. But there was this person who wanted to be on my channel. And so I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. You've been wanting to fuck. I want to fuck. Let's fuck.
On camera.
Let's do it on camera. Like, because there was a lot of risks involved. So I was like, okay, so if we're going to do this, we're going to do this on camera. So, you know, he comes over and because obviously men are tricks and I treat them as such.
Okay.
So this trick came over and we were talking, like we were literally just going to like fuck and go on about our day. But we're doing things. I wear like this very cute outfit. There's like this whole scene I've planned out, set the space up and everything for this to happen. Only for this man to be like, oh, I actually don't really eat pussy like that. And I was like, okay. Okay, well, I
don't really eat pussy like that. I'm just wondering, like, what that means. Like, I don't really eat pussy like that. What do you eat pussy like then?
And he was like,
if not that.
And he goes, well, I wish we would have. And like, I can't be like, oh, it's terrible that he said this. But he was like, I wish we would have just discussed that beforehand. But in my mind, if
that's not something you have to discuss.
If you're expecting head from a bad bitch, why would you not want to eat out a bad bitch in exchange for head from a bad bitch?
That to me, head in any capacity, and I will say in any capacity, meaning like I'm giving head to you, you're giving head to me. I didn't really think that had to be discussed. Yeah, at my grown age, I thought that was kind of like a given thing.
Yeah, I feel like head is like, I feel like a give and take, a give and receive balance is what's needed. Yeah. So you just want me to be choking
on your cock for what?
Choking in air quotations, babe.
Ooh, not her saying she got a small.
So you want me to be doing all of that, but you don't want to eat my pom pom, baby? It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's so insane. And so like when he said that, I was so surprised. And you know, again, we were doing this for OnlyFans, so like this is all also on video. And I remember when I was doing OnlyFans, I only uploaded like the positive tidbits of the video. I like made a little video. And I just remember like rewatching the clip of like my reaction to him saying he didn't eat pussy. And I put on my OnlyFans as a post, and I was like, should we shame this man in this safe forum or what? And like almost every single one of my fans was like, I have to see this video. Like, I have to see this video that you're talking about. Like, I have to.
How is it that he couldn't eat your pussy? Your pussy.
All
your fans are like, I've been dying to.
I literally look at it.
I pay so that I could pretend that I'm eating your pussy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you know, that happened. And so I ended up putting the video up. And like when he says he doesn't eat, like he asked me, here's how the conversation went. Okay. Role playing. Here's how the conversation went. Okay. I'm like laying out pussy, you know, spreading thighs. Okay. And he's like, oh, where's your vibrator? I'm like, oh, are we not doing head? Is that not what's happening? And he was like, oh, I don't really eat pussy like that. And my face and my whole body was like, and you can see it in the clip. Like you can literally see it in the clip. Cause the lighting was like more silhouette than it was like full detail. And I was literally like, what the fuck? And he was like, oh, I just wish we would have discussed that before. Cause I didn't know that was an expectation. And I'm over here like, I just gave you the best head of your life. And you're over here like,
and also you're grown.
Older than me. And you're talking about.
Was this a black man?
This was a black man. Why would I be letting any other color put dick anywhere near me? But like we literally that whole exchange happened, and then I was like, okay, so when do you eat pussy then? And he was like,
when do you eat? Just at what time of day works for you?
Because obviously I caught you on a weekday, okay? Like, and he literally was like, oh yeah, it's just not something I do that often. Like, you know, my fiance knows that as well.
Well, she's not happy.
Okay, obviously. And then I was like, okay, well, I wish you would have told me that before I just gave you this blowjob of your life. And he was like, well, again, I wish we would have just discussed it before. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Well, you can sit your ass right at the end of this couch I have going on. You can sit right on the floor on your hands and knees, and you can watch me play with my own pussy. Since you are not going to play with it in the way that
it needs to be played with in order for you to stick anything inside.
Mind you, I also preface to this person that I am a femme on femme kind of bitch.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a boy and I think you're cute or sexy in any way, that is a huge surprise for me and my bitches, okay? So on this particular day when I was telling him this, he was like, like, I know that's what you like and that's what you're used to. I just don't do that. I was like, that's so crazy that you came over here. But anyway, I made him sit on his hands and knees on the floor. And I had my wand that he thought he was going to get out of eating my pussy with. And I just used my FemFun Ultra Wand, hashtag, and made my own self orgasm before he did. And he was like, oh, well, I kind of feel bad. And he was like, I've never had somebody make me feel so bad about not giving head. I was like,
I just think if you are grown and you don't want to give head, that is okay, right? Because I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do.
Maybe preface that.
That's exactly. Like, that's not something that I should have to ask you, like, oh, hey, do you give head, by the way? No. You come in and say, like, hey, oh my gosh, I'm really feeling you, but by the way, I don't give head. Cool. Then I can say, go fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why at our big grown age that you expect me to give you head, and yet I'm not getting anything in return. Like, that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
I have always been blessed with people that truly wouldn't want nothing more than to
give you head.
Than to give me head.
Yes.
Truly. So I don't know what that is like, but nigga, you are wrong, because I'm also one of those people that truly wouldn't want nothing more than to give you head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that too. That too.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely.
I just feel like it's a given. Like, I don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. The other day when we went out for that little impromptu date that I told you about, where we pretend like we didn't know each other, and then we met at a bar, and it was so weird because like we showed up at like 3:00, which is right when the bar opened. Obviously. So the bartender had nothing to do but listen to us. So like he was already there. My boo was already there. I don't know. I can't. My boo was already there, and I showed up and I just sat at the bar and like we pretend like we didn't know each other. Anyway, like 2 hours in after a game of pool, I was in the car sucking that strap as I do. Because you know what? I think giving head is like, it's like, hey, I really appreciate you and all that you do for me. And I would love to suck you off.
That's the sub in you, babes.
I would love to just lick you off.
That is the sub in you for sure.
Truly. I love it. Especially when there's nothing better than
especially when you deserve good head.
Yes, like there's nothing better than me giving head to somebody that deserves it. Yeah. Oh,
Perfect.
I know what I'm doing this evening.
Giving head?
I'm giving head.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be getting head later.
And I love that for you. I'm on my period. Yeah. So that's as best as I can get right now. I'm lucky to be getting fucked.
You better put some saran wrap over that coochie.
Have you ever actually tried that?
No, but
okay, because that sounds so surgical to me.
But like the way saran wrap is so thin and like
but it sounds so surgical.
Everything, you know. I'm just saying, like, if you know, I just feel like even on your period, you should be getting head.
I agree. I mean, like, it's not like I will say I get serviced. Yeah. Regardless, I get serviced. Now, is there a head in between my legs when I'm bleeding? Not necessarily.
Okay.
Would I like to try it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would, because let me tell you something. There's nothing more sensitive than a vulva that's bleeding. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I will say though, like when it comes to a bleeding vulva, I don't think I don't have an aversion to blood. So like the thought of like just, you know, like the sounds that wet pussy makes.
Yeah. And it's amplified.
Yeah.
It's amplified.
So I think like, you know, my ideal pussy eating position is like sitting at the end of a bed, my head laid back on a bed, and then like them kneeled in front of me and like just rubbing their pussy on my face. I think that like blood or no blood, I feel like that would.
So you would do it with blood?
Absolutely.
No. Okay.
Especially if me and my partner have gotten tested and we both know that we're good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bitch, rub that.
Blood is blood kind of thing.
I don't give a fuck, bitch.
So you don't mind looking like you got a bloody nose, but in reality, somebody was just riding your face?
Absolutely not.
Okay, trigger warning to those who don't like blood. I should have given that 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I've definitely given head with the period in tow. But there was always something there. Like there was like a tampon or something or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm going to say I didn't mind it then. I don't know how I would feel like with it open. Like would.
Cause I really love like, you know, I'm a textual person and like.
Where's this going?
Touching pussy is like a texture that I really enjoy.
What about the texture of blood and guts? Because that's what it is.
Not blood and guts. Because it's like so like it's just so wet and everything's so swollen that like the texture of like menstruating cooch when I'm like fingering it is definitely in my top 3 for sure. Because it's so swollen that you can feel it in your hands how swollen it is. And I like that. And then also like cum plus blood.
It's like a
that's what I'm saying. Like the blood is literally like it's basically like self lubricating. Like, oh, you're a lube dispenser right now.
Let me tell you something. If you are almost out of $28 pure, and you don't have anything left, baby, fuck on your period. You just need a little bit. Goes a long way.
I love it. That's one thing. I think that I also think that just comes from a partner who's like super like open to just about anything.
For sure.
Like, I think that is what it comes from.
This isn't a hookup thing. This is more like a steady person that like, you know, you can trust and like they've seen you in all your different phases. Yes,
and I love that. Even today, like once I get home, we're going to the sex store and I really can't wait to go.
That's so exciting.
What am I going to buy? Who knows if I'm going to buy anything?
Anything. I have to pee so bad.
Go pee. Go piss, girl.
Thank you. I can't think of anything else.
just in the middle.
And now we'll get to
I guess when you come back, we can do an outro for the episode.
Okay, yes.
Since it's 3:17.
I know, but it's like I feel like we just started.
Oh, she has to go pee. Yeah, she's gonna go pee so bad. Oh, yeah. We haven't finished the episode. Just I said something and she was like, I have to go pee so bad. Okay. You did great.
It's like we were just talking about period blood. Then I walk outside and everybody's like there.
Yeah. It's like, how loud are we really? How much of this can they really hear?
Well, period blood. We could honestly have a whole episode about like having sex on your period.
Yeah, because we do love that.
Yeah. Period don't stop nothing but a sentence, baby.
At all, ever. Like, at all, ever. So.
Like, it really does not.
Wow.
I love that for us.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that was my most horrific of ever before 2024. And
of that nigga. You're Lex.
That nigga telling me.
Okay, hold on. Because
pussy.
pause.
Yeah.
Your most horrific moment is a nigga telling you he doesn't eat pussy.
I mean, we don't include my essay, but you know.
No, definitely
We don't
not
include
included in that. That's
at
not
all.
even a sexual
But
experience.
as we're talking about like just most positive, most negative, I think of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
Ooh, you want to know one of my favorites? And I think I was telling you about this. You know
Okay.
how, okay, so if you have an iPhone, you know that your iPhone gives you those
Memories. Oh,
Okay.
they be fucking my shit up.
Yes, so there's this one memory in particular where like I'm like literally watching it and I'm like, oh, this is so cute. It looks like I was having such a good year this year. And then it switches over to a video of me getting absolutely fucking railed. Like full face, just getting the shit fucked out of me, okay? And you know what's so great is that Courtney was holding the camera as this was happening. So like this popping up in my memory was kind of like, interesting. But then it was like, yes, fun. I remember this because this was so fun.
Wait, was this like a threesome or was this like like I was just filming for your OnlyFans?
Actually, this was like the one time where it was us, you and me and another person, and it wasn't a threesome. You know,
that's so crazy because I don't even remember this.
You know, my ex would probably say different, that is not what happened. But on this particular day,
yeah,
you and me had no actual like thing going.
Yeah.
But me and him, and then you and him had like a thing going. Oh my God. It's so funny that you remember this because I have it on candid camera, girl.
Not candid camera, bitch.
I got it on candid camera.
No. Hold on. Was this our favorite guy? Where used to be our favorite guy?
Yeah.
Still is our favorite.
It's not like he's not. It's just like
we haven't. Yeah, it's been over a year
since this video. We actually have not, you and me, been in the same room with him.
Okay.
Since then.
Wow. I mean, like, I remember those times, so like I can pick one and be like, oh yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because I don't remember it. I don't.
Hey, you know what?
I don't remember a time where we were to get like where all of like where
if it was you and me and a nigga, we definitely all was fucking. I will show you the video when we get in the car. Okay?
Please, honestly, it's been so long.
Yeah, it was when I was a pink babe.
Oh,
so it's been a while.
Okay, like the end of 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, I can't wait to see that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it literally popped up in my memory, and I was like, and it's playing like this jazz melodic sound, but then you can also hear the sound of me getting fucked like underneath the sound of the jazz.
And I just want to clarify real quick for the audience and for myself as well, so when I go home I don't cry. This was one of the better experiences. This is not included in one of the shitty experiences.
Oh, no. This was a great experience, and it was such a great experience because like we went into it where it was like just Courtney filming for my partner at the time, which was like the whole thing.
Okay, it's all coming back.
And Courtney just was like, I just want to be in the room. She literally, your words were, I've never seen you, like, you say all these things about fucking niggas, and I've never seen you actually fuck a nigga with my own eyes, so I kind of want to be there. And I was like, absolutely.
So, just to reiterate, it was more of a research thing.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this bitch be talking mad shit.
About getting fucked.
About getting fucked by niggas. I want to watch this bitch get fucked by some niggas.
Yeah.
And I did, and it was fabulous, and it was everything you said it was going to be.
And I just remember you just, like, telling me I look so pretty, too, while you were, like, filming. And I was like, oh, my God. This is doing it for me on so many levels.
This was the start of the pleasures, all yours.
This actually,
Let me say something, because, like, we're running out of time. Like, we have to end this episode. We have never explicitly mentioned that we have done this, so this will be interesting.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, if my mom is watching, girl, I told you not to watch this. I don't know. I told you.
And also, if your mom is watching, please know, I'm still bestie.
Okay, great. I don't know where that was going. I was like, girl, what?
No,
okay.
I'm still bestie. Just sometimes, like, we do things that are more, like, advanced bestie.
I also want to say, like, I've seen a lot of videos lately of, like, okay. Okay. I just remember something I really want to talk about on the podcast.
Please. Oh, you didn't tell us your dream.
Next episode.
Okay.
I'll tell you in the next episode, y'all. Anyway, but this episode, I watched a documentary called This One's for the Ladies.
Okay.
And it is on...
Oh, you were telling me about this.
It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
Okay, if anybody wants to watch it. And it's basically, like, about Black women and, like, our relationship to, like, male strippers and, like, Black male strippers in the South, like, specifically. So, like, instead of them going to, like, clubs and, like, seeing, like, strippers dressed as, like, firefighters and all this stuff, we have, like, a very specific heritage of, like, sexual, like, relationships with being in public and being sexual. Yeah. And it's, like, these women that are, like, our mom's age, like, 50s, early 60s, like, mid 50s, early 60s.
Okay.
And they, like, go to a convention center. Like, one of them was at, like, a Korean church, but they, like, rented out the hall. And basically they had, like, men come in that were male strippers, and they would put on mad performances, like, where they would, like, have water and, like, syrup and, like, whipped cream dumped into their body, and they would, like, show themselves, like, in entirety to, like a room full of, like, 100 Black women. And, like, women would get together and, like they socialize and, like, they have parties and, like, they just love these guys. And it was a beautiful fucking documentary. I don't know where I was going with this. I just remembered that I fucking watched it. Yeah. But anyway, I wish I remembered my fucking point.
We were talking about, like, us. We haven't explicitly said anything.
No. All right, let's go back. Anyway, so I asked my mom, I was like, so is this what y'all bitches be doing? I was like, this is what y'all be doing? Because these are all your friends. Like, whenever you're telling me you're going to visit your friends, is this what you're doing? You're watching these niggas with like 6-pack, 8-pack abs, like pick you
the
up
pony.
and thrust, literally thrust into you.
Just like literally thrusting into you, or just like making their dick do that dick jump thing.
The dick jump thing.
Yeah.
Please watch. This one's for the ladies. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a great documentary. It's on HBO Max. I think everybody should watch it. But my point being that niggas are sexy. And I actually think now that I'm looking back at it, I watched it the day I had this dream. So the dream makes a lot more sense now.
Perfect.
It makes everything's clicking. So if you're interested in hearing about the dream I had, check in on the next episode of The Pleasure's All Yours next week.
Well, this was a fun little sangria-fueled recap of our sexploitations prior to 2024.
Yeah. Do you think that we should talk more or less about our sex lives together?
I mean, a lot of my favorite sexual moments may be with Courtney Noir.
Okay.
So I think it might be a little interesting if we talked about it. But it's such an intimate part of our relationship that I really love how much of that part of our relationship is just between you and I.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm torn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like 45, 55.
I agree.
So, like, I love that it's just between me and you because of, like, how our relationship has gotten to where it is. But, bitches love tea, and bitches love tea. And I feel like our relationship in its depths and its history actually is a lot of tea. So,
yeah.
And that's like, y'all think we just got here just because that's where we at. But like,
it took a lot to get here.
It took a lot to get here. It was a lot of sequences that happened in between then and now.
And that's why I asked that question, because it's just like, it is a lot of tea. But at the same time, I agree. Like, I just feel like,
I like that it's like something that we really know about. And like, even like our friends that we have mutually, even just like when they were like, oh, if we were on an island stranded together, like, who do you think would fuck first? And our friend was like, you and Lex are fucking in the first 24 hours. I thought that was so funny.
Okay, I just want to say something. It's like, okay.
But it's like even our friends don't really know. Like, they know, but they don't really know.
They went through it.
Yeah.
But like, I think they went through all like the having to like, I think conceptualize in their brains, like what it was. But yeah, it is. It's just an interesting story. But I think as we continue to like delve into like our past and like why we're here,
because we have a big chunk.
I think it's just interesting because we end up having to like skirt around certain things, and we're like, oh well, okay,
yeah,
But like I told everybody else in my life, and I'm gonna tell you bitches listening.
Yes,
I'm just ready, just kind of like to like let everything just out. Like, I don't give a damn. I think if it's gonna fall, it might as well all fall at the same time. Yeah. And I don't mean fall in a negative way. I just mean like people knowing things more than anything. I'm a Scorpio. I just like to have everything fucking hidden and like kept to myself or kept.
And I don't mind that either, because like not everybody needs to be in the business. So like, I don't mind the fact that is a part of your personality. So like, even I don't know, bitch. I don't mind not talking about it. I like talking about it when it's you and me and we're like reminiscing on like the old days. I really like that. Yeah. But like, as in like telling everyone every detail, I'm in the middle.
Okay, cool. So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I love it, Chris. Well, if this is your first time listening to an episode of The Pleasure's All Yours, you can find us on Instagram at allyourpleasures_. Same on TikTok. Bitch, subscribe to our YouTube. Yes. Like us, comment, tell us that you don't like my outfit. Tell us that you loved what we talked about. Do it, bitch. I dare you. But either way, comment, like, subscribe, all those things. Every time you like us or rate us on
Spotify.
Thank you. Spotify, Apple Music, it helps. So go and do that. And I guess we'll see you next week and every week after that, bitch, until December, ho. Because we in season 3. Bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling this wine. All right, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.